and I promised to follow up video, so here we go. I've taken the shroud off the Apex 2, which is on the Deadlywind barrel. So you can see that there. And a friend of mine has graciously lent me a stock 14-inch Apex 2 barrel system. And so what I want to do is just compare these two real quick. Compare the stock one to the Deadlywind's adapted one. So I'm going to take the stock barrel. We're just about at 14 inches on the money. So that's the stock barrel. The Deadlywind's barrel. Length of these is important because I'm going to weigh them and compare them too. So I just want you to see that the Deadlywind's adapted one is actually longer. It's just a longer barrel. We're about 16 3/4 total length. First off, we got the Deadlywind's, about 17-inch total length barrel. So I'm just gonna let that zero out. I got a little pad on there now, so I'm not gonna have this thing rolling on me. And so it's zeroed out, and we'll just drop that on there. And as you can see, bear with me, we've got 7.3 ounces. So it's 7.3 ounces on the Deadlywind. And now I've got the stock 14-inch Apex 2. And the stock one, well, again, let me just show you that's zeroed. So we got the zeroed scale. Gonna put the stock one on, and you can see it's 10.9. I might just weigh the Apex 2 itself without any barrels, just to see what that weighs in at. That's really the bulk of the weight, I think, when it's on the Deadlywind. So let's just see how much exactly the weight is. So we got that zeroed out. I'm gonna set that on there. And we got 4.7 ounces. So, alright, let's go over the bench. So let's take this thing apart a little bit, go over it for those of you who might not watch the first video. So we got a Deadlywind's carbon fiber barrel here. Take freak inserts. That's a 679 insert. Of course, the good thing about this barrel is that you can change those inserts out and match your paint to your barrel, however you want to bore it, underbore, overbore, take your pick. So with the Apex 2, I think all of you probably have seen these taken apart by now, but I'll just do this real quick. That's why I put it at the end of the video instead of the beginning. You just move the adjuster all the way forward so that it's below flush there. So basically, when you push this button down, you can slide the shroud over the top of that button. And there is the shroud. And then you have 4 O-rings, 2 in the back and 2 in the front. Probably not a bad idea to have some kind of a pick to pull those off. So the back ones, just slide them right over the back. It's faster. Don't try to bring them all the way forward. And forward ones here, just bring them right out front. So 1, 2, 3, and here's the 4th one. Okay. I keep a little. If you guys ever buy an iPod, keep the case because they have those hard plastic cases. They actually make little good little trays for little little parts as you're taking things, disassembling items. So now you've got those O-rings off. There's just 2 pieces that clamp around the end of the barrel where the adapter is. So I'm just going to take those off. We'll go over these other pieces in a second. And you can see here that on this Deadlywind's barrel you have an adapter that slid over the barrel. Fits tight, snug, and it's got the grooves in it that match up with the Apex 2. In terms of the Apex 2, again, I think anyone who's interested in this probably already knows kind of how that all works together. But you've got this tongue, and this is actually just the button that you press down on. It's got a couple notches there that slide into these notches here, and so you can just set that in there. And then you've got the tongue itself, which is adjusted as you push on this button. It picks up more and more on this tongue, which creates more and more of a backspin. And this sucker can really spin, put a lot of backspin on. A lot of folks are saying, I've never had an Apex 1, so I can't say anything about that, but I know with this Apex 2, around 15 feet or so out in front of you, you can pretty much have an arc going almost 90 degrees. So someone's standing by a tree and you're 15 feet or so back, I'm not sure the exact distance, and you crank this all the way up and you turn this barrel sideways, you could shoot almost around a corner. It's amazing the amount of arc you can put on that. So I'm just gonna put this back together. Just put the tongue in there, the buttons in. You've got the grooves on the Deadlywind's barrel that you have to line up with the Apex groove, and then you just roll the O-rings up here into place, seat those. You can lube it if you want. There's plenty of lube on this right now because I've done this a couple times, so I'm not going to bother with any lube right now. It doesn't need it. It's just for making it easier to get it apart later. Slide that shroud on and off. So you put the 4 O-rings on, 2 in the back, 2 in the front, however you want to accomplish that. And so you can see now it's on there. And what I'm going to do again is just push this button all the way forward and make sure my shroud is facing the right direction. You're going to want the long part facing the rear there. No big deal if you get it wrong, just flip it around. Push that button down and line it up with the hole. Slide it all the way back. It's as easy as that. So there you have it. Any questions, post them on up. Thanks for your time and take care. Bye bye.